What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a video for New Biology Clinic. I just wanted to talk about guidance, direction in regards to health and wellness, and also just how it affects our day to day and our lives in general. And a good example of what I'm talking about is that a lot of times when we are in a place outside of training, trying to understand what's going on in our lives, understand what's going on in our neighborhoods, our communities, the world around us, um, we tend to look to the news. And I promise this all makes sense. And what is the news tending to do? What are the intention of most news stations on the face of it? They're trying to report the news. They're trying to fill you in, give you a understanding or an understanding of what allegedly is happening in the world, again, around you in your personal life and outside of you in the grander scheme of things. And what that does a lot of times is, in many ways, directs people what to think, what not to think, where what they are supposed to see as important because it's being talked about, it's being reported on. So in many ways, a lot of the news is giving direction to the emotional state, right? A lot of times people can watch the news or see the news and think not much of it. And they go, oh, okay, cool. Not everybody can do that. Again, it's going, oh, what am I going to be upset about today? What is going to frighten me today? What should I be concerned about right now? And that in many ways can be, for many people, detrimental. This is why a lot of times the news, people can doom scroll. They can find themselves going down rabbit holes in ways that can cause a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, because what they see in the news. And I don't think that's by accident. I don't think it's a coincidence. And the reason why I say all this and what it does to the relationship to training is that a lot of times trainers in training can very well, people look to us in this world for direction. In many ways, it can lead people astray. And I've talked about this before in regards to, what right foods to eat this, not that. Well, do this movement, not that one. And understandably, that gives people who are looking for direction an uncertainty of which direction to go. And this is why a lot of people tend to find themselves unable to, or feeling like they're unable to train or really see any results, because a lot of times they're so caught up in going, well, I think I'm doing it right. I think I'm going in the right direction. I think I'm on the right path. And then it's going, but then this video just told me I'm not. And then it's trying to go, I don't know which direction to go. I don't know what to do. And going back to the news and going back to understanding what the news stands for, it literally stands for north, east, west, south. And so when you look at it in that way and you recognize news is just an acronym for north, east, west, south, you realize its purpose, its sole purpose is to guide and direct you where to think, what to think, causing a stir. Most news, let's be honest, is not there to uplift people. Some people it might, some people it destroys and it shatters. You're not seeing just amazing, great stories in the news all the time. Usually we're seeing something that's going to cause a lot of disruption, a lot of conflict, a lot of argument. And the reality is people will argue about anything, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of times not properly reported. There might be something that the news stations or stations don't want you to know, or they want you to think something else, so they misguided, and then you see a redaction essay or article or report, something comes in, and it is no different in the training world. Is that in the training world there is its own news, northeast, west, south. It's trying to guide you in a direction, and usually those directions are going, look at me, look at what I'm doing. This is my how I make my living. What I need to do is let you know, and this isn't everybody, but a lot of it is going, I need you to think my way so we can build our community and we can build this thing. And some of you can say, well, Pat, aren't you doing that too? In many ways we are. But at the end of the day, my solution, what I would like to bring to all you is, and you don't have to join the clinic, you don't have to be a part of this, is if you're hearing this or you're not hearing this, or maybe down the road, just turn it all off. Just like with the news. If it's too much, just turn it off. Be with yourself, go outside, find what it is that makes you happy, something that you can explore. If you're like, hey, Pat, I can't do the things I used to love to do. Okay, well, what can we do to get you in that direction? Is watching it, is observing it something that's going to cause more of a stress response or help you? I don't know. We'll try it. But I was told I need to do these workouts to feel better. You don't have to. It's not for you. Don't do it. People might do what I offer and it's not for them. And guess what? I'm not here to say you're wrong, I'm right, or you're right, I'm wrong. It's a matter of us going, you gotta just know, find your own direction. And because we are so consistently trying to look to other people to give us the direction, like the news, trainers, whatever it is, a lot of times we ignore our own senses. Like someone could very much believe that the news is telling them it is a cloudy day out, and you could be looking and it's super sunny, going, yeah, but the news told me it's cloudy. Someone could say, hey, this workout is really good for you. And you could say, I'm hurting. This isn't just like soreness, like I feel pain, like physical pain. Yeah, but it's good for you. You're ignoring your own senses. And at the end of the day, my job, my focus, my hope when I do what I do is to get you all present. This is why we talk about present awareness all the time. And this is why I hope when you're looking at your own experience, your own journey, and you're watching your own news of your own life, what direction are you taking yourself? What is your north, east, west, and south? Where are you going? And if you don't know where you're going, sometimes it's just better to just turn it all off, stop moving, and just stand still. Be still for a minute and look where you want to look. Put your attention where you want to put it to. Explore that. If you go in a path where you don't want to explore that, then ask yourself, can I look somewhere else? Can I think somewhere else? Right? If you're finding yourself in a path of I'm always hurting, I need to do more. I need to do more to feel better. Maybe it's a moment to stop and go, what if I just didn't do anything for a minute? What if I just sat here, be with this? What would happen? I don't know. But that can't be the thing that changes me. Maybe not that one incident, not that one instance, but accumulation of those things could change a perception, could change an attitude or an outlook on how you view everything, right? So that is why when we look at the news, knowing very well that the actual news gives people a lot of stress, and I know that because a lot of people tell me it gives them a lot of stress, and we'll tell them just turn it off. And they say, well, it's easier said than done. And it's going to see what we're looking at is an instance, but there's a bigger story that's unfolding. There's a bigger picture that is being painted in how one might be viewing life and why maybe it is hard for them to see their goals and where they're trying to achieve and where they're trying to ultimately get to. And so if you find yourself in a place where you're going, I don't know which direction to go. I'm lacking the news around me isn't helping. Pat isn't helping me. This isn't helping. Okay. Hopefully this helps. And if it doesn't, ignore me. But for those who might want to hear this, if there's anything that maybe gets across, stop, be still, give yourself the permission, turn it all off. Don't worry about what anyone said, myself included. Ask yourself what feels right. And you might not have an answer right away. It might not be in that exact moment where it comes, but with a little bit of time, maybe something does come. Maybe there's a solution. Maybe there's a place that you want to go visit. Maybe there's somewhere that has always been a safe haven for you, and that's where you need to go. Maybe it's going, I just need to get my feet in the sand. Maybe I need to just get my feet in the dirt or go to a grassy field. Well, it's really cold here, Pat. Maybe I just need to go breathe in the cold, crisp air. It's too much for me. Well, maybe going to a sauna. Maybe it's just sitting in my bed. Maybe it's just binge watching a show that I really love. Yeah, but I just try. Again, everyone's different. I don't know what your thing is, but maybe it isn't what you think it is, where it's I need to do more training. I need to do all of these protocols every second of every day. That's what the news is telling me. That's what the trainers are telling me. That's what everyone's telling me is going to fix me. And some people, it might be right where they're on their path. It's giving them the proper direction. It's the right news for them at that time. But not everybody's like that. So if you find yourself in that position, try to be still. Try to ignore everything you've been told if you can. See if that works. And you might say that doesn't work. Okay, at least you tried. If you find yourself still caught up in all of the chaos of the news, I don't know what to believe. I don't know. Should I do this? Should I do how many reps should I do? Is it bad if I only did this? I saw somewhere that if you said if you do this, it's going to be the thing that helps you, but it doesn't help me. And we start getting into that place. If it seems that you're still there, the question I might have and will most likely have is, do we actually explore stopping and turning off all the news? Did we actually give it a try? Did we give permission to try that? And if you find yourself there, give it a go. Let me know how it goes. I would love to hear your experience. What comes from it? What you think? What's your thought? What is the revelations? What is the frustrations, the happiness? The more I know, the more we know, the more you share it, the more you speak it out loud, the more it becomes more of a reality and something that we can actually start to navigate. Again, finding direction. If it's all in your head and we let it fester and we don't really give it any sort of life, it could very well just sit in your head. And that's where a lot of people get in their head a lot. And so when stress happens or trauma or whatever it may be, what tends to happen is maybe people disassociate. They go into their head. They let this run everything rather than being in their body. So I hope this helps. Are you going north, east, west, south? What is your news? What are you letting in? What are you turning off? What are you ignoring? What are you able to decipher? What are you able to sit with? What are you able to not sit with? Let yourself really explore this, find your direction. Let us know what we can do to help at newbiologyclinic.com. Thank you as always, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.